Okay, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, and thank you for taking the course.
When a toner's no longer good, it just stops. See here it says witnesses if required. The title company will always tell you if witnesses are required. Here in Illinois, we're not a witness state, so you will rarely need one for real estate transactions. Other states, maybe so, but Illinois, not so much. All right, so we made it through the docs that are notarized. Now, we still got a couple things. The notice of right to cancel. This is a document that I covered with them early on. We go through this way before this point, but I saved it because I use this when it looks like they want to start reading this stuff. You have to figure. Well, I tried to deter them from wanting to read everything by letting them know with the notice of right to cancel, they have 3 business days to go through that whole packet and read everything. So basically, don't read this right now. You got 3 days to read that. But if they want to, you have to sit there for it. Hopefully, you have other stuff to do if they're going to make you sit there while they read. An important thing about the notice of right to cancel, some people make the error of having them sign here on this line where it says, I wish to cancel. That is incorrect. They have to sign above their name only. But sometimes the title company will print their name here below the words, I wish to cancel. So for the notice of right to cancel, you have to have them sign down where it says, we acknowledge receipt of the 2 copies. Usually they have them with their names on them. This one is John's. This one is Jane's. If you have more than one copy in the packet, have them sign all of them. Don't send back any unsigned. And then the Patriot Act we talked about. This is where you record their ID. So now, while you've gotten through the package and all of the signing, what you want to do, what I like to do, is ask them if they have a working printer. Because if they do have a working printer at this point, you want to ask them, can you provide me copies of your IDs? While they're gone to make you copies of the IDs, now you got this whole packet here in front of you. And you have to flip it over, pull it back, get it back together. And now you need to go through and check for the signatures and the dates on every page. It is possible and it is common. You can make it through all of this packet and have everything notarized by the time you're done with the pages. When you are finished and you have reviewed everything and it's correct, I always go through the fluff again, flip through every page, making sure I don't see any signature lines or anything like that. Signature lines can be signatures for the notary. Sometimes there are instructions that the title company asks you to notarize. So I go through the fluff once again, and after I review the fluff, I take it and I put it in the envelope because I'm getting ready to go. It's almost time. We're done. So this will go in the envelope. Then I go through the actual loan paperwork, flipping through every page, checking the signatures. I know that the signature is supposed to be on the 5th page of the CD because it's page 1 through 5. So you go through the entire closing document, the whole packet, because if you miss anything and you send it back, they're going to send you back over there to get that signature that you missed. So you need to make sure you got it now. Go over this stuff now. Don't say, I trust myself, I'll do it later, because you'll miss something. And if you miss anything, the title company does not pay you to go back. They don't pay you a partial because you sent it back to them. No, they want you to go back and do what you agreed to do. So if you missed the signature, if you missed an initial, you got to go back and get that. There is a document I forgot, so we're going to cover that now, and that is the application. I'm talking fast because I'm trying to beat this Zoom from ending. On the application, if there are 2 borrowers, Kara, this is the section that most people miss. This is the one I told you that you would miss. If you have 2 borrowers where it says type of credit here, wait, let me try to get it out the shade, out the sun. And then it wants their initials. Each borrower will have to initial. Here, Kara, you got the doc, so you're gonna have to go through and find the application. You'll see what I'm talking about. They want the initials of the borrowers twice. One of them has to sign this page, and if you don't know who, their name is on the one. So this is going to be John's. John's initials need to go here, and then there'll be a similar page for Jane, and they both will have to sign this as well. But you got to find them. This is where John's signature is going to go, and that's the only 2 spots in this entire application that John has to write. They have another signature line here, Kara. This one is for the loan originator. We are not any of those people. We are only the notary. Actually, the notary does not touch any lines on the application. We don't sign anything there. We just get their initials and their signature if there are 2 borrowers. If there's only 1 borrower, we just get his signature. We don't get his initials. Here's the second part. It's an 18-page document. We're on page 9. Halfway through on page 9, that's where Jane has to put her initials. And then there'll be another signature page for Jane closer down to the end. So she's on page 14. Once you get past her signature, sometimes they include a final signature on the end of it, but this one does not. So we have finally made it through our 172-page closing packet. Took a little bit longer, but I got long-winded on the talking. When the Zoom terminates this time, I am going to leave that as my signing off. If y'all got questions or anything like that, then just send me a message in Messenger, or if you got my number, text me, however you want to do that. I'm going to shave these videos down and post them in the group for later today so that other people can see them. So I need to know what was and what was not. Now, forget what wasn't as helpful as you had hoped it would be. Where did I miss something? And this is being recorded too because I want to know.
Oh, it was definitely helpful. But I have a question. Well, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
Like on the stop page, if I'm not mistaken, on the alert page where the big stop sign is at.
Yeah.
On that page, I think you said it required 2 IDs for the Patriot Act.
It did.
But on the other page, you just said it required 1.
Yeah, I know. I did that. I changed it from 2 to 1 because I wanted to see if the notary was paying attention to the document.
Oh, I got an A. Okay, that's one thing.
Yes, you did, right?
And on this, my second question, I already kind of know the answer, but I'm just asking scenario questions now. What if a person, like, they flip-flop signatures? Like the husband signs where the wife and the wife is supposed to sign with the husband. How do you correct that?
I strike a line through it, have them initial it, and make them sign in the correct place.
Okay, and my other question is, on the tax forms.
Wait, stop. If it times out, I am going to come back in because I want to hear these questions. So I had said that was going to be my sign off. If it times out, I'm coming back. Okay, Ray, what you got?
Okay, my second question is on the government docs, like the 4506?
Yes, sir.
And a W-9. What if they mess up and sign where it says the printed name?